wish you a beautiful morning. Let's take a moment to arrive on our mat, to arrive in the space. Feel your breath consciously moving through your whole body. Try to relax in that present moment that we can only take as it is. I think that's one of the qualities of this time right now, that we move away from assuming things that might happen in the future, because we just don't know. But it's our choice to stay open. Take 5 more deep breaths here. Do you want to invite Ujjayi breathing already into the practice? Can you release any tension in your body? Guide the hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Let's open the practice by chanting one Om together. Inhale. From your chin to your chest. Invite your intention for today into your heart space. What do you need? Gently open your eyes, bring your arms overhead, reach up. And exhale, go to your left side, arm overhead. Exhale, move through the front. Inhale to the other side. And then we just swing from side to side. And you really use your breath to open the rib cage, but also to invite softness into your body. One more time each side. Come back up to upright sitting position. Bring your hands just behind the hips. Push your chest forward, head falls back. Exhale, round, chin to the chest. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, find an upright spine, arms overhead. Guide your hands behind the head. And let's make some big circles here. So inhale, move forward, keep the elbows wide. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Find your own rhythm here. And then change direction. Come back up to sitting straight, elbows wide. Lean a little bit back so you can open the thoracic spine. You don't need to push so much with your head into the hands. Just imagine you're in a hammock. And exhale, release. Roll on all fours on your mat. So some cat-cow movements here. Inhale, arch your spine, look forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under round. It's like a little spinal wave. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, shift the hips back and round. Inhale, shoulders over wrists, sink your chest. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Last one. Inhale here. And exhale. Find a neutral spine. Shift your weight onto the left hand. Straighten out your right leg. Reach forward with your right arm. Feel the connection between the left side, stabilizing this pose. Exhale, release. Other side, right knee down. Left leg straightens back. Left arm forward. Pull the belly in. Then release. Lift your right leg into straight. Catch with your left hand the inside of your right foot. And find a little bow. This time, you should feel the connection between the right hand and the left knee. Exhale, release. Other side. Right hand grabs the inside of the left foot. See how much you want to go into a back bend here already. And exhale, release. Walk your hands forward, Anahata pose. I always like to be on my fingertips because I can swing my chest a little bit from side to side and up and down. Does that feel good in your body as well, or do you want to stay static in the movement? Take 3 more deep breaths where your heart is allowed to sink closer to the mat. Open heart space. And then push yourself back into a child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat, arms can stay forward, knees together or wide. From the child's pose, come sitting up on your heels. Right arm out, left leg out, left arm overhead. Exhale, pull yourself back in, switch to the other side, left arm underneath the shoulder, right leg out, right arm up. One more time, each side. If you want, you can also lift the leg to find even more length and engagement. Move with your breath. And exhale, release back to child's pose, hold on to your ankles. And just roll into the crown of your head for a little rabbit pose. Breathe in between the shoulder blades. And exhale, release. Push yourself back into a downward facing dog. And take a moment to arrive here. Paddle out your feet, your head, your shoulders. You need to bend the legs. Swing the hips from side to side. Do everything that is soothing you. Take 1 more deep inhale here and exhale out of the mouth. Let it go. Walk your feet to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. 1 more time. Inhale, find length. And exhale. Bend your knees and drag yourself all the way up to a standing position, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's start with some sun salutations. Bring the feet together in Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into your plank pose. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Lower yourself completely on the mat. Arms next to your chest and roll up into a cobra. We stay here for 3 breaths. Feel free to come onto your fingertips. That usually feels nice as an opening. And to really lift from your back. And exhale, release. Push into the hands to shift your hips back to your heel. And then find yourself back in downward facing dog. 1 deep breath here. And we move on to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Uttanasana. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift your chest. Lift your right leg. Hold it for a moment here. Lift the right leg in one line with your torso. And then step back, low lunge. Just rock forward and backward a little bit. I also like to stay here on my fingertips because I have a little bit more range of motion when I do so. And then keep the left leg bent, bring the right knee down, open your left arm into a gentle twist. Maybe bring the top arm behind the right outside leg to get a little more twist in the shoulder. Exhale, release. Step back into plank, this time full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. 1 full cycle of breath here. And then make your way back to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale all the way up to standing Uttanasana. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch your left leg back. Find a flat spine. The hips don't want to open. 1 more breath. And then step it back into your low lunge. The fingers frame the foot. Start rocking yourself forward and backward to just give some love to your joints and wake up your body. And bend the left knee so it can come to the floor. Right arm reaches up, twist. You can just stay in that easy twist or bring the right hand behind to the opposite hip. And open the right shoulder a little bit more. Exhale, release. Right hand down, step back into your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath. Stay with your inhale and your exhale as present as you can as we move through the flow. Inhale, step or jump forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Bend your knees, arms lift, Utkatasana, chair. Swing the arms through, bring your head towards the nose. Inhale, lift back up into chair as you exhale out of the mouth. 1 more time, inhale, reach up. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, find back into your chair. Lengthen, shift your weight onto the toes, lift the heels up. Find that engagement in the core. Exhale, plant the heels down, shift the weight onto the right leg. Left leg lifts back, warrior 3. You can keep the arms forward or alongside of your body, but you want to keep one straight line. Check in with your balance this morning. Exhale, step it back into a high lunge. Arms up. Same idea then. In the low twist, take your left hand to your front knee, right arm behind the right hip. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, high lunge, release the grip, open to warrior two. Right elbow to knee, left arm over your head, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, reverse it. Stay fluid in your movement. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, windle it down. Step back through your vinyasa into downward facing dog. One cycle of breath here. Recenter yourself each time you arrive in this pose. Look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your legs, come back into your chair, Utkatasana. Do like a similar movement than before, but this time we try to be on our toes. So lift the heels up. Exhale, arms alongside of the body. Can you bring your belly to the thighs? Inhale, try to lift your arms up. One more time. Exhale, compress belly to the thigh. Inhale, chair. Sink your heels down. Lift your right leg up. You can find your warrior three on this side. Arms forward or alongside of the body. Find a moment of balance. One more deep breath. Exhale, step it back into your high lunge. Find a good stability here. Right hand onto the bent leg. Left arm behind to the opposite hip. Easy twist. Gaze over the left shoulder. Shoulders pull down. Inhale, both arms up. And then open into your warrior two. Left elbow to the left knee, right arm overhead. Extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, bring it down. Vinyasa all the way to downward facing dog. One more deep breath here. Let it go with your exhale. Invite your body to soften even though you embrace strength in the poses. Inhale, step or jump forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Find back into your chair. Bring your right arm underneath your left. Bring the right knee into the chest. Try to come into Garudasana. Right leg crosses over. If you want, you can combine, bring the elbow to the knees. As you lift up a little bit, lengthen your right leg back. Warrior three, variation with Garudasana arms. Exhale, step back into your high lunge. Really sink into your high lunge. I leave it up to you if you keep the back leg lifted and arch back a little bit. Or if you need more stability, bring the back knee down and reach back. Where is your room to work today? Inhale, find back to center, open into warrior two, legs, keep the arms as they are, and lean forward with the Garudasana arms for just a breath. Then let go of the arms and walk the hands forward, but stay in your warrior two legs. You can let the head and neck relax. And walk yourself back, find warrior two. Straighten the front leg, exhale, Trikonasana. right arm up, and then bring the right arm behind the sacrum, all the way to the left thigh. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, keep the arm where it is, but bend the left leg. You can bring the left arm on the inside of the leg, or you can grab your bind on this side. Exhale, release the hand, twist the hips forward, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. And then step or float back to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find your Utkatasana chair. Left arm under. Right leg over. No, actually, we need the other leg. Left leg over the right. Sorry. Find your easy variation or connect the elbow to the knee. As you unwind only the legs, shift your torso forward, one straight line, Garudasana variation in this Warrior 3. Bend the standing leg so you can slowly move back into your high lunge. Do you want to keep the back leg lifted as you lift the elbows to the ceiling? Pull the belly in, find length from your torso, from your chest. Inhale, shift forward in Warrior 2 legs. Lean forward with your body. Keep the arms as they are. Right knee 90 degrees. So let go of the arms. Walk the hands forward for this extended Warrior 2 variation. Now walk yourself back so you can come all the way back into your Warrior 2. Straighten your right leg. Exhale, Trikonasana on the right side. Left arm lifts high first. And then bring the arm behind, maybe to the inside of the thigh. Create that hook already with the length in the legs. And bend your left leg. You can keep the right arm on the inside. If you want to grab the bind, just take the bind underneath to hold the left wrist. Inhale, release, hips to the front, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Stay for 2 more breaths this time. Do you need to bend the legs to find more opening in the chest? Do you want to keep the legs straight? Do you want to create some movements? Do you just want to stay? Inhale, step or jump forward to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Vajrasthasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Take your right knee into your chest. Cross the foot over the left knee and find your figure 4. Elbow to the knee if possible. Chest reaches forward. Very nice. One more deep breath here. Really get into the outer hips. Inhale. Lift the arms up. Lift the right knee into your chest. In one motion, bring the leg back, arms forward, Warrior 3. Exhale, step it back into your high lunge. Sink deep in your hips. Open the elbows to the side, open your chest. Widen the front of your body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open into warrior two. Lean forward with your chest, arms wide. How much can you support that in your hips? Very nice. Walk the hands forward. Open the left arm into a twist. Exhale, release. Come into a Skandasana on the left side. Really sit down. Maybe make some movements here. I'm a big fan of moving in the poses to find that sweet spot where you can really sink into your body. Left arm down, right arm up. Really use the left arm to open into that position. If you want more, you can also grab the bind here. Exhale, release. Twist yourself back to a low lunge. Right arm stays down, left arm lifts, twisted lunge. Do you want to stay here or do you want to bring the back knee down to catch the foot from the outside? Exhale, release. Come back into your high lunge, all the way up. Open into warrior two, one more time. We go for the bind, one more round on this side. Do you want to stay here and work on the bind, or do you want to step the right foot forward? Maybe even lift the left leg up. If you have a good position here, maybe work on straightening the legs. One round, bird of paradise. Yeah, that looks good. And slowly step it back down. Leg back into your warrior position, arms on the floor, vinyasa on the side. Another deep breath and downward facing dog. Exhale it out when you need to. Make your way back to the front of the mat, halfway lift out of Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Madhvastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Left knee into your chest, cross it over, figure four on this side. Lean forward, get into the left side of your hip. Really feel that stretch. Focus your gaze, focus your mind. Inhale, lift up, left knee into your chest, arms over your head. And then shift all the way into your warrior three. Step it back into your high lunge. In your high lunge, open the elbows to the side, reach your chest up and back. Inhale, arms up. Open into warrior two. Position in the legs. Walk your hands forward. Right arm lifts, open arm twist. Exhale, release the right hand down, Skandasana on the right leg. You need some wiggles to arrive in this pose. You feel already pretty comfortable here. Right arm stays, left arm lifts up for the side bend. Do you just want to stay here or do you want to grab the bind in front and in the back? Release the bind. Unwind into your low lunge, right arm up. You can stay here, you can bring the back knee down and catch the foot from the outside. Allow the chest to open, the hips to melt. Exhale, release. Come all the way up into a high lunge. Open into warrior two legs. One more time. We go for the bind. Left arm behind, right arm underneath. Stay here. Or walk the left foot in. Shift the weight onto the left foot. Lift the right knee up. Find your balance here before you straighten the right leg. Chest lifted. Beautiful. Same way down. Make it slow. Unwind. Warrior two legs. And then release the bind. Hands to the mat. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release. Walk the feet in a little bit, but also as wide as your mat. Take your right hand, place it either underneath the heel or just on the outside of the leg. And then look underneath the left arm. You can pull as much as you want with your right hand to get deeper into the twist, but keep the head and neck relaxed. Release the side, right arm forward. Left hand reaches for the right leg. Twist underneath your right armpit. Inhale, release, step the feet all the way together. Show you this one from the front. Bring the knees down. And then walk yourself out into like a cobra pose. And wiggle your hips from side to side. That should feel really good on the outer hips. We roll through our joints. And the side body can open. And shift yourself back into a child's pose. Arms forward, head down. Remind yourself of your intention. That there is nothing we can really control, but we can choose to allow it to happen as it is in this moment. How connected are you to this present moment? Inhale, bring yourself back up. And then just take your hands next to the hips so you can lift the knees up and give the ankles a stretch. You can go as far back as it feels good. You can not use the hands to also play with balance here. Exhale, release, come onto the toes. Make sure the pinky toe is out of the way as well. Take the right arm above the head and pull the elbow with the left hand. Maybe you can touch the hand in between the shoulder blades. Make sure the belly is still tucked in instead of flaring the ribs out. You can stay here. You can slightly lean to the left side that you are pulling towards. Inhale, come back to center. Let's switch to the other side. Right hand to the left elbow. Find an upright spine. And lean to the right side if you wish. Focus is on our breath, nothing else. Inhale, stay here on your toes. Interlace the hands, puff the chest up. Do you want to just sit upright or do you even want to lean back? Can be really intense on the toes. Just another breath. And exhale, release, untuck the toes, maybe tuck them to the mat. And shift yourself back and walk into a forward fold, but hip width apart, so you can bend one leg at a time and just swing a little bit from side to side. Roll up all the way to a standing position. We're gonna move one more time through the flow. Bring your right knee into the chest. Cross it over your left. Sink down. Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go into a twist? You can bring the right hand onto the foot and left arm up. Or for the arm balance, you frame your foot with your elbows. You hook the foot and lift the left leg up. Wherever you are, come back into your figure four. Bring the arms up, bring the leg in, but this time straighten the leg out all the way to the front and swing it into warrior three. Exhale, high lunge. Open into warrior two. Catch the bind on the left side. This time straighten the left leg as much as you can for a bound Trikonasana. Inhale, rebend, release the bind, arms wide, and come back into your reverse warrior. Stay deep in your left leg. Inhale, warrior two, right arm down, twisted lunge. You want to stay here or go for the bind with the foot again. Exhale, release both hands down, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One deep breath here. And make your way back to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, Tadasana. Left knee into your chest. Cross it over your right ankle. Sit down, figure four. Stay here or go into the bind, into the twist. Or into the arm balance by framing your front foot, leaning forward, the right leg should lift. If you have more room to work, maybe straighten out the back leg. Stay for another breath in your variation. We'll meet back in figure four. Reach up your hands to the sky, straighten out your left leg. And find your warrior three on the side. Transition into high lunge. Arms up. Open into warrior two. From here, grab the bite under the right leg. You can work towards straightening the right leg as much as you can. Trikonasana bind. Inhale, rebend. Open the hands wide, warrior two. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale, warrior two. Bring the left hand down. Open twist. Back knee down if you want to catch the back foot. Look over your right shoulder. And then release. Hands down, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Bring your left hand a little bit more into your midline so you can lift the left leg. And try to catch with your right hand the left foot. Maybe that's all. Maybe you even want to work through opening the hip. Just an exploration of your balance. Before you lose it, come back into your downward facing dog. Try the other side. Right hand really close to the shoulder. Lift the right foot up. Catch it with your left hand. Maybe open the hip. Where's the balance? How can you keep it in the midline? Exhale, release back to downward facing dog. Shake it out, wiggle your feet out. Shift yourself forward into plank. And exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Catch both of your feet from the outside. And just pull the heels to your knees first. And then push into the feet so the shoulder blades roll back. The legs still stay on the floor. And switch between that. Bring the heels to the glutes. Push into the toes, roll the shoulder blades back. Maybe the head lifts slightly. One more time, exhale, heels close. Inhale, open. Exhale, release for a moment. Arms alongside of the body. Give it a little break. Shake the hips. Rocking from right to left. From here we go into our bow. Catch the feet from the outside again. Push into the feet so you can lift the shoulder blades and the chest and really roll the shoulder blades together. And then maybe kick into the feet so the heels lift. If you want to play, you can roll onto one side, maybe kick stronger into the left, and come back to the midline and try the other side. And then release the pose, bring the head underneath the forehead. Wiggle your hips, release the shoulders. From here, take the hands just underneath the shoulders. Shift yourself back in one more child's pose. See how this child's pose feels different from the beginning. Come all the way back up to sitting. Swing your legs to the front. Bring the feet hip width apart and just take a little walk from right to left. Like let your body be loose. Just swing a little bit from side to side to fall into your forward fold. And yeah, this time really keep the legs hip width apart. You don't have to hold on to your legs. You can just let them hang outside of your legs. Stay for 5 deep breaths. Is your neck relaxed? Your jaw, your face. Drag yourself all the way up to sitting. Open the right leg into a 90-degree angle. Left hand inside of the left leg, right arm overhead, gentle side bend. If you have the capacity, you can bring the left hand to the right thigh, maybe even catch the right foot and really walk your left shoulder more to the inside of the leg. 2 more deep breaths here. Release. Walk yourself back up. Right hand behind the hip. Push into the front leg. Open to the sky. Your hips to the front. Exhale. Sit back. Let's try the other side. Right leg forward. Left foot 90 degrees. And then right hand inside of the leg. Left arm overhead. Do you have room to work towards the foot? Or not? Do you want to walk your right hand to the inside of the left thigh and walk your right shoulder inside of the right leg? 2 more breaths. Very nice. Come back up to sitting, left hand behind, push into the foot, right arm up. Exhale, release. Unwind your legs, swing them a little bit from side to side, massage the outer glutes. And then make your way all the way back on your mat. Heels so close that you can touch your heels with your fingers, and then walk yourself into a bridge pose. Hands interlaced behind, push the hips up. Exhale all the way down. Straighten out the left leg. Take your right toes, bring it next to your hips for half saddle pose. Do you want to stay here and just enjoy the stretch? Or do you want to add more weight by placing the left heel on top of the right knee? Three more deep breaths here. Release the tension you can find. Soften into that place. Then release. Left leg straight out to the front. Unwind the right leg. Maybe shake it out a little bit on the way down. Left foot outside of the left hip. Can you bring the left knee all the way down? You try to avoid having it too far in or out, so it should be in your center line. Do you want to add the weight with the right foot on top of the left knee? Or is this pose without adding the weight already enough? Three more deep breaths here. Then release the right leg, release the left, maybe shake it out. Both legs to the front. Hug both of your knees in. Give yourself a nice big hug, squeeze it all in. And exhale to release into your final resting pose. Palms face up, legs wide. Take one more deep inhale all the way to the crown of your head. And exhale, just let it fade out of your body. Let your body rest. Let your body soften. Embrace radical softness here. And so many times we try to fight with the flow of life. We try to resist. How would it be if we could just become one with the flow? Let ourselves be pulled from time to time. But in that space, we might be open to receive hidden treasures that we wouldn't have found if we would stick to the thoughts of our mind. This is it. Embrace it as it is. I invite you to stay as long as you like in this final resting pose. Thank you so much for joining me. I see and honor your light. Namaste.